Hey, what's up, everybody? Brian McDonald here, and I'm on set, and I'm joined by Jason Addis. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. You came by, and for the folks at home that don't know, you are a producer working on Elite for Activision. Is that right?
That's right.
And now you have brought us. Well, today, technically, today is the day that people are going to get their hands on the beta if they want to go and check this thing out, right?
Is today the 14th?
Today is the 14th.
Then today is the day.
Excellent. So for the folks at home that have been dying to get their hands on this thing, why don't you tell people a little bit about what Elite's all about and yeah, what you're going to show us today.
Sure. So I'll walk you through the key pillars of Call of Duty Elite.
Okay.
So as you know, we have quite a community of people playing Call of Duty.
Few people playing that game.
About 30 million person community, and of that 30 million, 20 million people, I believe, are actively engaged in multiplayer every single month. So that's
I'm one
a
of
lot
those people.
Yes.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah.
So we've created a suite of services for Call of Duty that will help to engage this community, really give something back to them, take them deeper into the experience. So Call of Duty Elite is founded on a few key pillars that I'm going to walk you through, and especially as we go through a little demo here. It's career. This is you and your career in Call of Duty. From Black Ops forward, you'll be able to have access to all of your stats, all the stuff that we've had in order to build out, the back end of Call of Duty. You now have access to all of these stats. So as a career player, it's like your back of baseball card. Connect, you have the ability to connect with other people with similar affinities to you playing Call of Duty and find other people to play with. Compete, this is what's going on every single day and night. This is what else you can do on Call of Duty in the compete section. And improve, we're going to help you get better.
Wow.
So I'll walk you through it.
I would love to see all of that. Oh, actually, we're looking at it right here on the screen.
Oh, great.
So this is the main screen that you'll see for somebody's profile?
So what we're taking a look at right now is the landing page. This is the career page. We're taking a look at Soul Digs, as you can see. That's the gamer tag for Chris Wilson at the Beachhead Studio. He's going to be our guinea pig today.
Now this dude has played some online businesses at 111 hours I've seen there.
So I'm going to actually walk you through a day in the life of Chris Wilson, producer at the Beachhead Studio, through the eyes of Call of Duty Elite. You are welcome, Chris Wilson. Very welcome. All right, so Chris has played 111 hours of multiplayer. Taking a look at his stats, we can see he's played 93 of those hours. The majority, he likes team deathmatch. He's a team deathmatch type of player. His kill-death ratio is 0.89, so he's not too bad. He's holding his own. He's holding his own. One of the other cool things on the career page, we can actually scroll down a little bit. If we scroll down a little bit to recent matches, he has access to all of his recent matches, so he could actually dig in and really do some intel on the gameplay. So let's actually go to his most recent match.
What is the crazy time thing up there?
So these are your most recent matches.
Oh, so it like gives you
the time that you played them.
Oh, wow.
So if you and your boss are both in college.
You gotta watch out when you look at your stats is what you're saying, right?
So let's actually drill down into Nuketown real quick in his most recent match. We have access to heat maps as well. Why is this important? Well, when you play the game and you get really deep into the game, the heat maps here allow you to see within the game where your trouble spots are, where you're doing really well. So let's say last night you played on Nuketown and you were just getting wrecked. You can actually drill into a heat map and you can see where on the timeline, when you got killed, where on the map you got killed, what you got killed with. So why is this important? Well, let's say we're taking a look at one of the maps and you notice that you're loading out with a sniper rifle all the time in Nuketown. And you're looking at all the other people are getting you with assault rifles. Well, maybe that's a clue to you that maybe you need to change your loadout. So another reason why this is important is Elite is going to be where you are. Our hope is that you can access Call of Duty Elite not only on the web, but also on your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, pretty much where you're going to be, we want to be able to reach you. So you can do this intel while you're commuting. Let's imagine that you're commuting now and you're taking a look at the matches and you're really excited about getting home and playing, and you see that you could want to make a few tweaks with your loadout, right? So in fall, one of the announcements that we're making is you do some of this intel. You can actually change your loadout right there on your iPhone.
Crazy awesome. And
with one press of the button, you can push that loadout right to the game. You get home, you spend less time doing all that intel and research, more time in the game and playing.
That's
awesome. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. These are the loadouts we're looking at right here?
These are all of his loadouts as well. Another cool thing on the career page, let's actually take a look at your life in Call of Duty. So let's go to the Find a Player.
All right.
And
Iron Mac D2.
Iron Mac D2.
There you go.
Let's take a look. Iron Mac D2. See what we can find out.
This is
So
This is exciting.
you can see right over here, we have a Black Ops player card. Our beta, which launches on the 14th, which today, you're going to be able to see everything based on Black Ops. Now, obviously, you're going to have a player card for Modern Warfare 3 as well, but because the game's not out yet, we're not going to show you any of that yet. All right, so
look at that kill-death ratio, little .88. That's
right.
not too behind Chris Wilson right there, right?
So you played 49 hours. About half of your time is spent in free-for-all.
Is that respectable? Like, is there a comparison chart?
That's just your preference. You know, the type of game mode you play is your preference.
No, I just meant like the 49 hours. Is that average? Is that more than average? Is that less than average?
Well, a great way to find that out is we can actually, on Call of Duty Elite, you have your own individualized leaderboards, a leaderboard tracker. So you can actually hook up with all of your Xbox Live friends, your PSN friends. You can find your Facebook friends who are playing Call of Duty Elite, and you can actually create your own customized leaderboards. So is that respectable? Well, maybe when you go on a global leaderboard for kill-death ratio, maybe you're way down at the bottom of a global leaderboard, right? And that doesn't mean much to you. But now, in a leaderboard that you've created of just you and your friends, where you stack up is probably more meaneful to you, right?
That makes total sense.
So we're taking a look right now at some of the leaderboard tracker, Team Deathmatch. He's actually going to throw you in there.
Nice.
There you are. He's going to add you to his leaderboard. And now he's going to go down and see how you stack up.
Well, let's see this. Now, are these all other dudes that are?
These are all of. We will not reveal the sources. So now you can take a look. You know, you can go through free for all, team deathmatch, domination, and you can see where you stack up on Chris Wilson's leaderboard right there in the middle.
That's awesome. I'm doing pretty all right. Look at that.
So pretty good for team deathmatch.
That's super good.
All right, so that's just the career player card. That's your baseball back of card.
All right.
You know, but let's actually move on to improve. So like I mentioned before, the global leaderboards, you know, can be pretty punishing sometimes. There are some great players out there. One of the other key tenets of Call of Duty Elite is we want to help people improve their game. So let's say you were taking a look at your career, at your recent matches, and you noticed that you were just getting wrecked on one of the matches, and you want to do a little more research about some of the weapons.
I've been having some trouble on Silo.
All right, Silo. So we can go down and scroll down just in the maps in Silo. So improve is very much like, imagine that you have an online strategy guide meets a personal trainer online. So you have access to all the maps. You can dive deep into any one of the maps. You can learn the maps a little more. You can go through the maps for every different game type as well. And that can really help you learn the map, because as you know, a lot of the battle sometimes is just learning the map, knowing where you can be, figuring out your routes. You can do all that on the maps. But then another big part of it is the weapons that you use, you know, and learning a lot more about the weapons. So let's scroll down. Let's take a look at the M16. Okay. We're going to have every single weapon, every single map, you name it. We're going to have information about everything online. So we could take a look at the M16. We can get a brief overview about the M16. We can get some tips about the M16. Is it better for larger maps, indoor? You know, we can figure out a little more about the weapon, and we can see how every single attachment actually affects the weapon's performance. And on top of that, we also have some video content. So we have somebody from the community who's put together some really great weapon video walkthroughs. And we've done it for every single weapon. And when the beta launches, we'll have all of our assault rifles. You'll be able to get these detailed weapon video walkthroughs. And by the end of the beta, we'll have all of our weapons up there. And so let's actually click play. And now, again, imagine that you're commuting and you're doing all your intel, and you can watch a video all about the weapon, giving you some suggestions for the loadouts.
It fires a 3-round burst and is available for use in multiplayer.
You get a lot of good information just about the weapon to help you make the best decision you can make.
On par with the other high damage automatic rifles.
Is there
just 3 shots to kill?
Let's say I wanted to, cut to the chase, and let's say I wanted to look at the top 10 overall players playing this game right now and seeing what their loadouts are and all that stuff. Can I skip to that? Can I go to that? Or?
All right, so that's a great question. You want to know what the best of the best are doing, right? So obviously you can search a global leaderboard. You can find out the best of the best players. You can go into find a player. You can look up their gamer tag. You can take a look at all their stats, all of their back of baseball card stuff. You can take a look at what they're loading out with.
So is there a difference between your view and the view that somebody else has seen your profile?
Oh, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. The beta is going to be awesome. Jump on it. Take a look. We got to leave a little bit, a little bit up to discovery for you guys. Let's jump into. So we've covered already our career. We've covered improve. Let's actually go into connect.
Okay.
So this is where you're actually going to find like-minded players. So how many times have you been in a lobby waiting to jump into a match and you've heard all kinds of fascinating things, random insults thrown your way by people who are probably an eighth of the age of you?
I would say that is a fairly common occurrence.
It is. It's not supposed to be.
I'll be honest. It is like probably one of my. So for me, I love when I get on a server and there's a couple chatty dudes. I love that. To me, that's just extra entertainment. Yeah.
It can be. I guess it depends on the person, right? Yeah. Sometimes I don't like being called names by young kids as they get a million headshots on me, but that's okay. So on Connect, you're able to. This is part of the social networking for Call of Duty. You can actually join groups and find like-minded players, people of similar affinities to you, really easily. So let's actually go to the landing page on Connect really quick. And we can take a look at all the various groups that I've joined. It's really easy to create a group. Here you can see that there's a group for Elite, everybody playing Elite. We'll have a Dodgers Elite there, people who are fans of Game of Thrones. Let's jump into Karate Sleepover really quick. So everything just as mainstream as like the Lakers or the San Francisco Giants and finding other players to something as niche as, and silly as Karate Sleepover. So you can find people with similar interests as you, and every single group has their own leaderboards.
Oh wow.
And also their own message board. So you can actually post messages. You can see how you stack up against people in various groups. So again, while on the global leaderboards, you may not stack up well against everybody in the world playing Call of Duty, but let's see how you do against everybody in San Francisco. Still not good enough? Well, let's check out everybody in your neighborhood. Let's just drill down to your address where you can be the #1 person on the leaderboard. I'm the king of my address. Although I believe you said you had a son, right?
Yeah, I got 2 sons actually that are playing with me.
And they both wreck you, or?
They'll get me a couple rounds, maybe warming up if I haven't played for a little while. But Daddy still is the king of the castle for sure.
So one of the great things about this too is that you're going to be able to jump in. You're going to join groups. You can find other people who you can set up times to play. You can go online. You can find them. You can play with them. All right, this is just another way to play with more like-minded people like yourself.
That's awesome.
Right. We also have a great theater. We have a theater that we can jump to on Connect as well. So. We have had so much theater content ever since Treyarch added the theater functionality to Black Ops. Like millions of videos are uploaded all the time. So we have different channels within our theater. So we'll have things which are staff picks. We'll have we'll have clips that you might have created that your friends are in, and when other people upload clips, if your gamer tag happens to be in there, you'll be tagged automatically in it.
That's cool.
You'll have a channel to see all the videos that you show up in.
So right now, can I see the videos that I might show up in?
Let's actually jump over and let's just play one of the first videos up there right now.
There's a little quick clip of somebody doing some serious damage.
Yeah. So just all the different community videos. We've got a bunch of stuff out here. A lot of people like to put up their favorite kill streaks, etc.
Oh, you guys doing pretty all right.
Yeah, he's pretty proud of his kill streak right there.
I don't blame him. That's pretty all right.
Another really exciting thing is that starting in fall, with our fall launch, we're going to have premium content as well that's created. So with top Hollywood talent. So we're going to have some really cool episodic content running in our theater channel as well.
You gotta tell me more.
We're gonna have so much more about that soon.
All right.
I promise.
All right.
I promise.
And yeah, all right. I could ask you all day about that, but it sounds like you were steadfast, and that is all you can tell me now.
We have stuff that's based out of the community, which you see there. So all the things that people are uploading. We have things from the improved section that actually help your gameplay, and then of course the premium entertainment content based on Call of Duty for the fans.
That's cool. I can't wait to hear more about that.
It'll be awesome.
Right on.
All right, so let's move on to our last pillar, to compete.
I like competing.
All right, so this is where you find what's going on 24/7, 365 days a year. We have all kinds of things running through the program guide. We'll have events and we'll have operations. Now events are basically participation based. So we'll have all kinds of different things from, for example, we have the screenshot tool in game. So we might put out an event that's like, get a screenshot based on the following theme. And a bunch of people will upload screenshots and we'll have a jury vote, and people have a chance to win both virtual as well as real world prizes.
Really?
Yeah, really. So for example, would it matter to you if you had a chance to win a Jeep?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the Call of Duty Jeep. I would
Exactly.
love the I tried to buy
so
one of those.
significant real-world prizes. Everything from like just digital badges, which make you feel good about yourself, to something as awesome as being able to win a Jeep.
All right, so let's talk about the Jeep for the while.
So and we also have operations. Now those are more skill-based and stat-based. Sort of, they're metagames based on the stats within the game. So not only are you playing a multiplayer match, but you're sort of you're heightening your own intensity within that multiplayer, because if you have a chance, if, for example, the operation that you're involved in for domination is for captures,
Right.
you're going to be much more intent about trying to get as many captures as you possibly can, right?
Yeah, totally.
And if you manage to take a couple days off of work because you got totally sick, you got so sick, you too have a chance to compete against other people, even professionals who have a couple hours a day to play. You take a little bit of extra time, you can compete with just about anybody in some of these. And again, virtual, real-world prizes. Let's go back to the program guide one more time. What
was if you don't mind, you talking about Jeep, what about virtual? Can you give me an example of the virtual prize? Are you talking like avatar items?
So badges, all kinds of different digital badges, which will show up in your showcase. So we'll show you that at the end. You will have an Elite summary, which is actually your life in Elite itself. And you'll have a little showcase, which will show off all of your digital badges and things that you've won there.
Okay.
So real quick, let's expand this. So all of these events and operations right here, that is not for the month, for the year. That's like just for the next couple days.
Oh, wow.
So we're always going to have tons of content for people to just jump to.
And then, I mean, can you click on one of these and give us an example of like what we're talking about here?
Let's jump on to Wicked Dominator. So this is most captures and domination.
In progress. Description, prepare your loadout for offensive tactics and domination. So this is pretty much in progress, 13 hours, 26 minutes. Somebody has a chance to basically get the most. I gotcha.
Right, and if you keep scrolling down, it'll tell you like what you have a chance to win. It'll show you the different digital, this one you'll get to win digital badges.
Gotcha.
So right, this shows you the badges that the winner's badge and the other badges that you can get. So we're not just rewarding the #1 player in all these things, we're trying to reward people across like various skill sets.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
And then for these badges, are they only showing up here on my Elite profile? Will I see them in game at all?
So actually, if we jump to the back to the career page, so earlier we showed you on the career page your Black Ops player card. Let's jump to the Elite summary really quick. So this is your life in Call of Duty Elite. You'll have access to every time that you post in a group and people post back in that group. You'll get notifications. These are full friends list across 360, Facebook, etc. So everybody that you know playing Call of Duty. You can see your full enlistment schedule as well on your Elite summary. So everything that's going on in Call of Duty Elite, you get right there on your Elite summary.
That's super cool.
So again, Call of Duty Elite, career, connect, compete, and improve.
Right on.
That's Call of Duty Elite.
And that is free online for everybody. Where do they go to get a hold of this thing?
Where do they go? They can go and they can register. I believe our beta is open. People are just jumping right over to it right now, and they're just signing up. I think we have over 2 million people right now who are dying to get in. We're going to be rolling the beta and letting people in as we go. Any
URL you want to throw out there just so they know where to go?
Oh, I have to ask my PR guy. Right. Where's PR guy? PR guy's gone. I don't know. Oh, what's that again, Robert? callofduty.com/elite.
All right, one more time since the camera just switched.
callofduty.com/elite.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely.
Thanks to our driver back there taking us through the site. And yeah, so you heard it there, folks. You want to get your chance to get a hold of Call of Duty Elite, you know where to go. And thank you so much for coming by, Jason.
Absolutely.
Really
Anytime.
do appreciate it. Thank you much.